this episode of American Chopper.
Look at that.
A visit from one of Hollywood's leading men
I have got to get me one of these.
brings OCC their latest challenge.
We got one shot at this, Vance.
A bike inspired by science fiction.
Is that thing spacey looking or what?
But with its big Los Angeles premiere only a few weeks away, the bike will have to be built in record time, pushing seniors' blood pressure to its limit.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Will the bike have a Hollywood ending, or is OCC about to experience their own disaster film?
Get the thing done.
On this episode of American Chopper.
You know, not only do I know how to use one, I know how to make them, Jocko.
Oh, yeah. Set it.
All right, hey,
Jeez.
let's get this place straightened up here, get this all the cleaned up. Will Smith's coming here today. For our next project, we're building a bike themed after Will Smith's new 20th Century Fox movie, I, Robot. And we're gonna unveil it at the world premiere in Los Angeles in about 3 weeks. Should be here soon, no?
Yeah, he should be here in like a half hour.
Well, you think you guys are going to introduce me to him, or
No.
you think you're going to be rude and not?
Just get the place cleaned up and shut up.
Screwed you over.
All right, well, guess we're cleaning.
Sorry, Joe.
You know, I'm really excited to meet Will Smith. We meet a lot of people these days, but he's definitely one of my favorite actors.
You think he'll go out on a bike?
Yeah, I think even if he doesn't, we'll kind of shame him into it.
Hopefully, when he gets here, he'll want to take a ride on a bike. Says, I think it'd be pretty cool if the three of us get on a bike and, you know, just go for a little ride. All right, Gus, stay out of trouble.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
guys? How we doing, all right?
Man, it's all good.
All right.
How you
all right.
feeling?
How you doing?
Oh, good. This is Jaden.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Jaden?
How you doing, all right?
How you doing, bud?
You might as well go outside and look at this stuff. You get a little more room
Absolutely,
out there, right?
absolutely. You know, I'm just wanted to come out and hang with these guys. You know, we're gonna do a chopper that goes in the theme of iRobot, really futuristic. So you know, I'm hoping that's fun and interesting for them. It's a little different than generally what they do with future technology. That's the car. Ooh. Brought them a bunch of stills and pictures to sort of get a feel for the movie and get a sense of the future that we've designed in iRobot, and try to do a chopper that goes along those lines.
So it's real futuristic.
Yeah, real futuristic.
What kind of character do you play in this movie?
I'm a futuristic detective, and I'm investigating the first ever robot-human murder. Is that like your kind of movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, you definitely like that
I
kind of
like
stuff.
the futuristic type movies, anything with little sci-fi in it.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a little bit different than what we generally do. I think it'd be,
Yeah.
right? I mean, as
Well,
far
you know,
as
we
the
do a lot
concept
of
of what we're
we
doing
do a lot
here,
of
you know?
old school stuff and traditional stuff and a lot of theme stuff, but nothing futuristic. So it'll be fun to do something real modern, spacey looking, futuristic, you know? We'll do something around the robot and the whole, try to mix all the themes into making one nice chopper.
Well, you know, for me, I'm an artist, so you know, I like to trust genius. So I just, you know, brought the stills, let them get an idea, and trust the genius of their work to give me something hot.
All right, so why don't we take one of these bikes for a ride? We'll each get on a bike and we'll go take a cruise.
I'm not scared if you're not scared.
All right, I'm not scared.
You gonna pick a hot one? Yeah, okay.
Just recently, I think he got on a bike for the movie he was doing, iRobot, and he dumped the bike.
You know, I hit a turn a little hard. I hit one a little hard, a little aggressive. I spilled the bike in iRobot at about 60, and I just don't want to do that anymore. It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
You all right, though?
I'm good. I'm good. You know.
A little sore for
They told me, yeah.
You know, it's probably fresh in his mind, so he was probably a little bit nervous getting on our bikes.
Pick a bike.
Pick a bike.
Yeah.
I'll take these ones. No, right here. I'm good here. I'm good here.
All right.
You know, I just go and that's what speaks to me. That one just, for whatever reason, it said something to me. I looked at all of them, and it looked like the least crash-ish one, It went like when I looked at it, it said, I'm not gonna crash today. So I said, okay, I wanna ride you. I don't have a confident look yet. I gotta get the look right, You gotta sit on these. The glasses are, no, the glasses are definitely putting, no, because when I put them on, I felt it wash over me, you know what I mean?
We got out on the road, and it was a little bit shaky in the very beginning there, but I think after a few minutes he got real comfortable on the bike, and he actually did a real good job.
It's a whole different experience, when you're not trying to do 90 miles per hour on it, and kind of really sit back and enjoy the ride. It felt good out there. A great man once said, I have got to get me one of these.
As far as having Will Smith here today, we get quite a few people here, but it was pretty cool to have him here today because pretty much, he was just like a regular guy, and I think that he enjoyed being here.
That was fun.
Thank you. So I'll see you at the premiere?
Absolutely.
All right, I think you're gonna do great work on the bike.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. All right. So I guess I can't keep this.
No, you gotta leave.
I gotta leave that.
Glasses.
I can keep those.
Keep the glasses.
All right. All right. I'll see y'all at the premiere.
Thanks, Will.
Now that we got a little bit more information, I think it'll especially help Paulie out as far as moving forward with this project.
After going over the storyboards, I got a better feel for what the movie's all about, some of the robots, what they look like, and some of the other things in the movie. I think we're going to give this bike a real futuristic, spacey feel.
Hey, what's up? On this project, we're bringing in a new OCC graphic designer, Jason, to do concept sketches of Paulie's ideas.
Yeah, good to go.
Before I sat down with Jason to do some sketches for the bike, we watched the iRobot trailer with hopes that it would give us a little more insight as to what the bike should look like.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a cool movie.
Yeah. Let's draw it up. Come on over. This is what I figure.
I'm hoping that this will give the guys a better idea on what's going on in Paulie's head.
But if we could stretch it out here, it'd be awesome. It'll be an extra
3.5 inches.
3.5 inches.
I think we're going to use a really stretched out frame. For one, this frame's going to be stretched in the middle instead of just the front of the back. It's going to be raked out pretty good, very three-dimensional. The handlebars are going to arc back with the top backbone being arced. We're not going to put any fenders on it. We're going to have like a Cobra-like gas tank on there, a lot of silver and chrome. We're going to do a lot of three-dimensional, really robotic-looking stuff. Man, that looks awesome, Jason. Just grab the back of that. Come, turn around and
Oh, I want to go backwards. Come on.
Well, what are you doing?
I want to. Wait a minute.
Turn around and pick it up.
Shut up.
Jeez, follow me.
Because we're kind of limited in the amount of time that we got to finish this bike,
That's the machine.
I think I want to get as many people as involved as possible to get this thing done. How nice is that?
Look at that, man.
I think that, the first thing we're going to do is get Rick going on a gas tank. We'll probably get Vinny doing the oil tank and, Paulie, doing whatever.
I think what we want to do is kind of dome this pretty nice. That's going to give us some thickness there.
First thing we did on the tank was cut a template out of paper.
so we could lay it out on the frame to better visualize the shape of the tank with the overall design of the bike.
It's gonna look like a Cobra. It's gonna look like a Cobra's neck, kinda. This tank is gonna kinda be like an elongated football. It's gonna actually be suspended above the backbone. So it's something I've never seen before, and I think it's really gonna fit the theme of the bike.
After the top of the tank was cut out of sheet metal, I started out with the shrinking, which shrinks the edges and brings them in, creating a nice curve. Once I had the curve I like, I beat it with the hammer, which stretches it and gives it some depth. I then put it on the bike to see how it would flow with the lines on the frame. Then I rolled it out on the English wheel, which removes the bumps that I put in it. The bottom line is there's a lot of shaping involved with building this tank.
See, now that exhaust will come right out of here, Vance, right here. Whole thing is you don't want to see the exhaust where it comes out. I think that's the key.
Paulie has an idea to keep that exhaust hidden, which I think is a pretty cool idea. So I think that that's probably going to be a little bit involved.
What we'll do is build the exhaust and figure out right where it's going to come and then mark it. By routing the exhaust out from the motor and through the primary, we're doing something that I haven't seen too often, and we're also adding to the sleek design of the bike. What are you doing, Vin? Getting under there?
Yeah, I was gonna take some measurements for the oil tank.
Okay.
Basically, Paulie wants this thing super clean, so we're gonna stash the oil tank underneath the transmission. Pretty much to make this thing, I start out with the basic dimension of where it can fit, cut out that piece, and then start measuring what I have to do to make this thing fit. It's kind of tedious. Weld on one piece, test fit it, do some measurements, weld on another piece, test fit it. You know, it may seem like a lot of time to spend on a small part of the bike, but when it's done, it's gonna look pretty slick.
This morning I'm gonna finish up rolling out the top of the tank, trying to get it pretty smooth. After I'm done with the top, I'm gonna cut out a center rib for it. It's about 2 inches wide out of 1/8 inch material, like that. And then these will do. I'll make a pattern up to do the sides of the bottom and start shaping that in. And that'll be the weld them all together, and it should be pretty good from there.
Looks good, Ricky. While Rick continued working on the gas tank, me and Vin started fabricating on the exhaust. All right, what do we start with here, Vance?
Pipe, let's lay some pipe.
Because we're trying something a little unconventional with this exhaust, we're gonna have to do a lot of pipe bending to route it just right. All right, Vance, let's get this thing hidden. Once we had our first bend, we could put it up against the motor to figure out where the rest of it was gonna go.
Now, what do you want to do? You think we should go in?
I was thinking that you should maybe just go right in with it.
Which would be a cool look, I think, too, would be straight down and in.
What are you doing, the exhaust? Huh? I thought you wanted to hide it.
You're always come in when it's halfway there.
Well, that's because you
Make
already
some-
started doing it and you didn't tell me you were doing it.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Be a little innovative. Do something freaking different.
Man. Beat
Oh, bend it here. Bend it here. Oh, that's cool.
That's how Rick did it.
If Rick did it, it looked like a spaceship, not something you'd see underneath a sink.
Yeah, beat it, will you?
All right, good job.
Thanks, Dad. It's good seeing you again.
I'll be back out again. Check up on it.
Bend it right here.
You mean like 45 it here? And then make a 90 here? We'll just make that
The start of the
the
bend.
start of the bend, and that's the top.
Mark that right there, man. That'll work.
This is the first project we're using OCC's new manual bender. This machine allows us to bend exhaust pipes and other stuff without distorting it. That's it. It's really a good machine for OCC to have because it enables us to keep one more aspect of fabrication in-house. And with this custom exhaust, that's going to save some time.
By the end of the day, pretty much got the tank all squared away, got it all tacked up, and got it setting on the frame for now.
Is that thing spacey looking or what?
I think the tank came out pretty good. I know Paulie and Senior seem to like it, so it flows with everything. Seems to be what we were looking for.
I almost got it like right where I need it, but if we're gonna be mocking it, we might as well bolt it on.
First thing this morning, me and Paulie jumped right back onto this exhaust. And I'm thinking if we don't make good progress today, Senior's not going to be too happy about it.
Find out exactly where the hole's going to be, draw a circle around that, then drill a hole through it, and then use that center to cut your circle.
With this exhaust, we're going to try and make it come out the primary. So there's definitely going to be some finagling and snaking the pipes around. Run that pipe down here
around and back up.
and meet it in here so you still get your length and everything. It'd be pretty wicked looking too.
Yeah, it would look. That would look nice. I'm glad these guys finally have a pretty good idea on how they're going to route these exhaust pipes. Because watching these guys sit around staring at the bike, it's not exactly what keeps my blood pressure down.
Good, now we can get something done.
After a little while, I came out to check on the exhaust, expecting to see some progress. Instead, I find numbnuts doodling on a pad, and the exhaust no further done than when I left. What are you doing with your second pipe?
I haven't figured it out yet. Will you leave me alone? You know, this is I don't know
Don't
yet.
you think you should figure it out?
As we go, we're going to figure out what we've been doing for 5 years now. I don't understand what you breathing over my neck's going to help anything.
Because you know what? Listen, if I want to know what the going on over here, I don't need to even ask you.
I'm telling you, I don't know. What more
I
do
think
you
you
want
should
from
know.
Well, listen,
That's
it's not how it
all.
works. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's not how it works. As we go, we figure it out. And you know what? Usually it comes out pretty good, doesn't it?
That's okay.
That's all I'm telling
But
you.
if you're going to start cutting holes in here and you don't know what the hell you're doing, once you cut the hole, you cut the hole.
Wait a minute. I didn't say I didn't know what I was doing.
I just asked, and you said you didn't know.
I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but it's going to work out.
All
so
I'm
don't
saying
worry
is
about
that you're going to cut a hole in here.
That's right.
You don't know where your next pipe is going.
As soon as
what
we
the
match
hell?
this up, let me see. Listen, what? I don't understand. Do you have absolutely no confidence in me after all this time?
Well, I'd have a little more confidence if you'd give me an answer.
I told you,
don't
I'm not
know.
sure.
Oh, I got a lot of confidence. What are you doing? I don't know.
I have an idea. I wouldn't drill a hole in there if I was just like, oh, now it's not going to work.
What's the idea then? That's all.
We
How
already
about
told
that?
you.
No, you didn't tell me.
Yes, we
no,
did
you
tell
didn't
you.
tell
Yes,
me.
we did tell you.
Okay, tell me.
We already told you.
Tell me.
You got to cut that one, too.
All right, that's it. I want to make sure that was your mark.
Finn, you know what's going on with the second pipe?
How's this? No, not yet.
Okay. Did you tell him too?
We said we were going to come down around here and come into there.
Rick, do you know what you're doing?
Oh, yeah.
See? I could ask him a question and get an answer.
I know what I'm doing,
yeah,
too.
you know what you're doing.
Keep up the good work, Pop. All right, Vance, let's figure out where to cut this hole. And I figure we want to be like right there. Since we had this primary specially made by Karada Belt Drives to fit this frame, there's only one of them. So the measurement for where we were going to put the hole for the exhaust was critical. You got one shot at this. Let's do it right, Vance. Are you with me?
I'm with you, buddy. This primary is the thickest material we've cut in a water jet so far. So I was a little nervous about getting hole for the exhaust just right. So I did a few practice runs with scrap metal.
I think that'll live.
Once that checked out, we were off and running.
Look at that. Awesome. Look at that. Like a glove. Come on, Vance, stop fooling around when you get it on here. We'll run it just like that, Vance. You know, I originally planned to keep this exhaust hidden, but now that I'm starting to see things come together, I think I'll add a third pipe to the outside of the primary and have it arc back. Go right in front of the pulley.
Bolt that right on there with a flange.
Right, with the tapered. That's what we were talking about. You could bolt it in a second piece. But we have other exhaust issues to get to first, so we'll deal with that another day.
Alrighty. Now that we figured out how to route the front exhaust pipe and tack it up, we're gonna have to bend some more pipe to figure out how we're gonna make the front one join up with the back one before it goes out the primary.
All right, hold that there, hold that there. Let me visualize it real quick. The exhaust that we're building is just real custom, so we're trying to figure out which way to route it. So it's just a big process of trying and failing until you get it.
Cut this first, put it back on, then we gotta figure that out, right?
Sometimes you get it in one shot, sometimes it can take you all day. It's just the way exhausts are.
Right at the bottom, you probably have the least chance of seeing it right here.
Yep, and then cut this here. I mean, how else would it be? It would be like this, right? I don't know any other way to do it, Vince. Let me see, Vince. Back up a little bit. I just got to see the whole exhaust. Kind of confusing to look at. For someone who wanted to hide an exhaust, we sure did fail, huh?
Hey, don't listen to me anymore. I'm out of ideas.
I don't, I'm in the dark here too, Vin.
You know, the longer Vin and I try and figure out all the bends on this second pipe, the more I realize we were heading in the wrong direction. After all, I wanted something simple and incognito for this exhaust, and this just isn't it. We're gonna ixnay this whole wraparound thing. We're gonna open this bend up right here, and we're gonna run it just like that, because I think that'll look cool.
All this for nothing? When Paulie said he wanted to change his plan for the second pipe, I wasn't all that enthused. All right, whatever you want me to do, I'm gonna make you a bend. I mean, we spent most of the day on this, and we have nothing to show for it. One thing's for sure, Senior's not gonna be too happy about this.
All right, listen, you got 2.5 days in the
What are you
plumbing
doing on this
system
bike
over here
today?
that looks like it should go around a sink. I'm exhausted just watching you
Build an exhaust.
So let's get this exhaust done.
Okay.
I'm sick of looking at it. Then the bars, you're almost done with the tank over there?
Yeah, I'll start
You're
on the
gonna,
bars.
you're gonna mount it to, all right, so that'll be done and mounted today?
Yes, sir.
Hey, done mounted, the exhaust and the bars done today.
Battery box will do.
And the battery box.
Yeah, I'll be happy with the exhaust and the handlebars. I'll be ecstatic. You know, with this exhaust thing here, for me, it's like played out. You know, there's only you know, like a certain amount of time that you could really allow for that kind of situation. And as far as I'm concerned, it's way past its dew point.
Out more, in more.
No, it's pretty much dead on. I think I'm just gonna sand it.
All right.
Today, I guess we're gonna try and finish this exhaust before Senior flips his lid. So I'm gonna get going on that right away. You know, it is a process, and what looks easy is very time-consuming, especially making sure you don't go too far with grinds and cuts. So that means a lot of trips back and forth between the sander and the bike, taking a little bit off the pipe each time to make sure it's just right.
Hey, standing around over there and helping getting things done. Do something, will you?
I'm gonna start messing with these handlebars.
Listen, why don't you get the exhaust done before you start messing with the freaking
Vance is
handlebars?
working on that right now.
Who is?
We can do two Vances. But we're both gonna work on the exhaust. I'm gonna start getting the machine
All
set
right,
up.
let's see.
Let's go! You know, with Vin working on the exhaust, Cody finishing up the C-pan, and Rick butting up the gas tank, there isn't really much I can do to help any of them out right now, so I'd just be getting in the way. And even though my father thinks the more people involved on one part, the better, I'm gonna get started on the handlebars. After all, the more efficient we are in fabrication, the greater chance we'll have finishing this bike ahead of schedule. Hey, Rick, bring that tank over here.
Sure. What do you got going on?
I'm just trying to mess with these bars. You know, I really wanted to run the handlebars with the shape of the tank to resemble the OCC logo. So it was really important that the bend of the bars match the line of the tank to give it a flowing look with big arced lines.
That's pretty good, Code.
Where are we at with this exhaust anyhow?
I'm just welding the flange on that piece, then it's gonna be welded in here. I
are
got
you
this
gonna
piece
do it?
made. It's just coming down here and joining right here. It's cleaner looking.
Where is he?
I saw him out there.
Hey, Paulie. Starting to get annoyed with this exhaust.
Why?
Because it's still not done.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
Go look over there. I know he's working on it, but let's get the thing finished. How could it take 2 days? I could build a spaceship.
It didn't take 2 days. We started it yesterday.
Yesterday.
And this is the morning.
No, it wasn't yesterday. You had all day yesterday.
All right, it wasn't yesterday. I had all day yesterday.
Anyhow, it ain't like it ain't, you know what I mean? It's like, let's get the thing done.
Listen, We tried different
Let's get it
methods.
done.
It's an
Let's get
exhaust.
it done.
It's getting done.
No, you know
You're
what?
wasting your
Listen,
breath.
What time
You're
is it?
wasting
9
your
o'clock.
breath.
That's 2 hours. What did we get done? It looks the same.
I'm halfway done with the bars.
Listen,
He's working
12
on the
o'clock-
exhaust by
listen,
himself.
I don't care. Let's get it done. I don't care who's working on it. Let's get
Okay.
it done.
The exhaust,
all right?
it'll
Just
get
get
done.
it done. Get it done.
It'll get done.
Otherwise, put the handlebars down and get that finished, because nothing gets finished.
Listen, he's working on the exhaust right now.
But it's not, listen, it's not okay. It's not done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. I know how long it
getting
takes to do an exhaust,
You
and
don't-
it's
you
not
really
that
don't.
elaborate
You
that
don't.
it can't be done. Even I could do it quicker.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
then we're all packing it up.
You know, sometimes I think Paulie doesn't remember that I started this company, and I know a few things about building bikes. You know, I'm not sure where he gets his lackadaisical attitude, but I'll tell you right now, there's only so much that I'll put up with before I tell him who's boss.
You know, with all the guys involved in the fabrication process at the same time, the area around the bike could get a bit crowded.
No.
But as long as we stay out of each other's way, we should be able to get a lot accomplished in a short amount of time.
He's a new kid on the block.
I'll tell you, when I see all those guys working that hard around the bike, it makes me feel a lot better about the paychecks I sign each week.
It's good for my house.
But that still doesn't hide the fact that there's really not that much noticeable progress on its damn exhaust. Hey, this exhaust is going to be done today, 100% grinded, finished, and everything. Yes?
Well,
nothing.
I hope so.
No hope so. Listen, Vin, I want this exhaust done today. I'm sick of looking at it. Just get it done. It's got to be done. I don't care what you got to do. No. I don't care what you figure out. I want it done today. I'm sorry that I spit on you, but I'm getting aggravated. I want it done today, all right? If it ain't done today, I'm throwing it away. I'm not neither. Don't think I won't neither. I will.
No,
Get
you
it?
won't.
Listen, I want the thing done today. Done, soup to nuts. I don't care what you're doing or what you gotta do. If it's not done, we're gonna have a problem.
Wait a minute.
End of the conversation.
I got a problem
if
right
it's
now.
Not, I don't care what your problem
you
is.
You have an issue. Yesterday, we were trying a whole different... Listen to me.
Listen,
we tried
all right,
something
you know
yesterday...
what? Good. I'm glad you...
Wait a minute.
Fine.
We tried something yesterday that didn't work.
All right, that's okay.
what took all the time.
I don't care about yesterday. I care about today. It better be done today. Everything done.
All right, we'll see.
Done. I'm not kidding either.
It's a custom bike. Sometimes it
there's a
takes
problem.
time.
You don't want that.
What do you want me to tell you?
If
It's
it's
part of
not
the
done,
deal.
there's a problem. And
What
I'm not
makes it custom?
Listen, that's the end of the conversation. If it's not done, you're going to see what's going to happen.
I'm
So
just
get
telling
it done.
you, it may
and
not
I'm just
be
telling
done.
you.
I'm letting you know ahead
Leave
of
the
time.
handlebars alone and get the thing done. And I'm telling you.
We'll see.
No, we won't see how it works out. There's no options. It'll get done or else, okay?
Maybe.
That's it.
We'll see.
3 days on a exhaust. I'm telling you right now, listen to what I'm telling you. If that thing, I'm telling you, if that's not 100% done today, I'm taking it off them and I'm going to smash it with a sledgehammer. I'm not kidding you neither. That's what's going to happen. I just can't stand that relaxed mentality of just, whenever it gets to tiptoe through the tulips. You know what I mean? Oh. Got to get the blood pressure up.
Looks like he spent too much vacation time down south and it's rubbing off on him.
No, it's just automatic. You know what I mean? It's like Rick built a gas tank, got the thing mounted, welded the whole freaking thing, got the whole thing done, and they're dicking around with an exhaust over there for 2 days. 2 days. It's not an elaborate exhaust. It's like look at it. It's nothing spectacular. It's not even original. You know what I mean?
I'll go out there and speed him up.
You can go out there and do what you got to do, but I'm telling you right now, if that exhaust is not done by the end of the day, I'm smashing it. I'm smashing it. I don't care. And then I'll have Rick build one.
Hey, guys, listen up. We're gonna have it done.
What?
That exhaust.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Oh, I know he's freaking.
It's almost there.
Let's get it done before lunch. And move on to the next.
Before lunch? No. I probably got 3 hours of blending.
What's he want? It done before lunch?
No, I was just asking if it could be. I don't like making unreasonable demands on the guys, but it's my job to make sure Senior's blood pressure stays low. And the way this exhaust is setting him off, it's critical that we get it done sooner rather than later.
It might be together by the end of the day, but it ain't gonna be finished.
Paulie, don't make me come out here to get you.
Whatever, dude.
You know, I decided to go with a pretty simple design for the handlebars. They're gonna curve just a bit so I can keep them close to the tank. I don't want them to stick out too much, because that would interfere with the flow of the bike. I can't really do much on the exhaust while Vin's welding it, so I figured I'd try and knock these out. Especially since my father's so freaked out about the schedule for some reason.
You know, I come back from lunch and I was expecting to see some progress on that exhaust. And there's Paulie. He hasn't even touched it, and he's just there screwing around.
Yeah, they're like ant feelers.
Let me tell you something. This exhaust situation over here is going to drive me out of my freaking mind. Stop what you're doing and get on the exhaust with him. I don't want to hear it.
Listen.
No, I'm not
What he's
listening
doing,
enough.
only one person could do. He started tacking up the
You
exhaust.
can get on the other side and finish up that then. I don't
Listen,
give a
I got the handlebars done. There's progress here. It's not like nothing's getting done.
Listen, I want the exhaust done. I don't care. I want the exhaust done. I
Listen,
want it done.
we got till
I want
Saturday?
No.
What's the problem?
I said I want the exhaust
Why?
done today because it shouldn't take that long
Listen.
to do that exhaust, all right?
You
I
don't
want it
know
done.
that.
Listen, I do
As
know it.
usual, you
Listen,
don't know what you're
whether
talking
I do
about.
it or I see people do it, I know what's involved in doing it.
Okay.
Get it done.
Listen, we had...
That's it. I'm telling you, there's
We
a
got
problem.
till Saturday.
No,
That was the game
I
plan.
said-
That's what we're sticking
I said
to.
You,
The bike
I
will
want
be
the
done
exhaust
Saturday.
done today.
We'll see.
Sick of around.
We'll see. Nobody's around.
Yeah. It don't take 2 hours to put a hole in a piece of pipe. Get the thing done.
You know how much grinding that took?
Yeah,
Listen,
you're wrong.
I understand that.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not
You're wrong. You
listen,
don't know what
Vinny,
you're talking about.
Listen,
Again.
that pipe was on there for all day yesterday. You know what? Go.
You don't know
you
what you're
what?
talking about.
Listen to me.
I'm going to lunch.
Yeah, you're going to lunch. Listen, you didn't even do any grinding yet.
No, that was the other pipe that took so much, walking back and forth.
I understand that.
That's the
But
one.
listen,
this
since
one here.
7 o'clock this morning, this pipe was done. And
Yeah, but it wasn't fit though. That's what took so long, is fitting
Yeah,
that.
but 2 hours to cut a hole in there?
No, not even cutting a hole, but to grind that. And you know what's a pain in the ass is that grinder way over there.
You know, I may not be doing it, but listen, I've bent pipe rail. I've done a lot of things. I just can't. When I can't fathom in my mind that something should take that long, it just aggravates me to death. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You've never bent pipe rail one time in your life. Not once.
You weren't even a twinkle in my eye.
Twinkle, dinkle, dinkle. You never bent a piece of pipe. Have you ever bent a piece of pipe?
Yeah, listen.
You haven't even bent a piece of pipe.
Something wrong with you?
When did you bend it? When was the last time you bent a piece of pipe?
Listen, I had hydraulic pipe benders that I made and bent pipe with. What are you kidding?
Well, I can't really say that I like watching my brother and father fight. It doesn't give me as much anxiety as I used to get because, number one, it's worthless to try and fight it. And number two, you know, if one of them dies, then I'll probably inherit some money.
You know, Senior came out and started freaking out on Paulie about this exhaust. You know, I'm involved in this exhaust too. So basically, I guess he was freaking on both of us.
That'll be cool. I was gonna arc it up like this.
But you know, it is a process, and what looks easy is very time-consuming. Do whatever you want, just stop pissing me off.
Oh, we got no material to do what I want.
It takes longer than it seems.
You know, now that I look back at it, you know, I hate to admit it, but I think Paulie kind of set me up there a little bit with the pipe bending deal there, and I kind of fell into it. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's one up on me on that.
No, I'm sorry, I'm crowding you.
You know, sometimes I wish my father would just quit while he's ahead.
Is that exhaust done yet?
Yep. It's done. Come on, don't quit.
You know, I know we have a tight schedule, but designing and fabricating a custom exhaust is not something you get done by lunchtime.
Well, give it a little room, you know?
I think it looks better curving down, don't you think?
Yeah,
And I guarantee you that it'll be worth the wait, and he's gonna like what he sees.
Where's the foremost expert on pipe bending?
All right, let's get it together over here. We got our 6 guys to start with.
We're here at Gold's Gym. We're getting ready to play volleyball against Orange County Ironworks for our rematch game.
Matt, you ready?
These guys beat us a few months ago at basketball, and they've been gloating about it ever since.
We're ready.
Blow the whistle.
Okay, look. I think we're going to beat these guys. Volleyball, I think it's a little fairer game, and I think we got a better chance.
They cheated us the last time. Yo's did.
No holds on. Put it over the net! Yeah, good dig.
You know, playing volleyball tonight was just what the doctor ordered. Who's got the points? Who's got the points? They go on the board? After arguing with Paulie all day, it just felt good just to hit something. Oh! I'm rusty.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah!
Let's get some points. Let's go. Get it over, cuz.
Our team struggled a little bit at the beginning.
Wrong about that because they're setting each other up
And they're killing us.
and they're killing us.
Get it over the net.
Listen, that's
A few of the guys are more skilled with a screwdriver. You know, they really weren't pulling their weight out there in the court.
1, 2, 3.
Here comes Mikey's.
Seemed like I was the only guy out there with a little bit of energy.
Who that?
I know I'm the only guy that broke a freaking sweat.
I go over.
How many?
Maddie! Oh, yeah! We're getting killed here.
Well, I feel that I did my share in my serving. And not to name any names, but I would say my whole family pretty much sucks at volleyball.
All right, go in there.
Hey, listen, come on, focus. We're losing it now.
Giving us a harder time than I expected.
Get it over, Al.
We all suck.
What's the score?
Ironworkers 14, Shoppers 3.
If they win, this is it.
Vin? Yes, Vin.
Oh, what the hell was that? Maddie!
We got our asses handed to us. This is bull. I'm serious. This is bull.
I can't believe it. Ironworks stuck it to us in basketball, and now they stuck it to us in volleyball. Yo, softball next. Softball. And listen, next time, leave your drunken hecklers at home, all right? I'm gonna try not to let it get to me, but I gotta be honest, I was kind of devastated to lose that game last night. I took that hard.
You sucked in volleyball last night and cost us the game.
Yeah.
He didn't even get
That's
it over
your
the net.
shut up.
He didn't even get it over the net.
Listen, who was moving around?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I would go
Almost had a heart
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
He was, but he couldn't
He's
score.
like, he's like this.
Yeah. The only guy hitting it over the net.
You couldn't serve worth a shit, old man.
I'll own that.
You were serving like you were tripping on your skirt.
Yeah, but listen, I was in the game.
Like your heels were stuck in the ground.
You guys you're just a bunch of mercenaries.
Mike, I'll jump over that bike and kill you.
Bring it, man. I'll kick the bike.
I'm just gonna have to take that loss on the chin, put it behind me, and just concentrate on getting this bike done. What else? What else got to be done to this thing?
Rick's pressure testing the oil tank.
Yeah, take care of
And
that.
I'm putting a flange on that for the exhaust turnout.
So, what are you going to be working on?
I'm going to be working on the exhaust with Vin a little bit, and then I'm going to be working with the suicide shift.
All right, let's rock and roll.
You could do something like this. You could cut it straight and then like work it on the sander and arc it.
This morning we're working so far on the exhaust. I think I got a pretty good idea for the tailpipe.
Sweet.
And Vin's gonna finish installing the flange, so hopefully we'll get that buttoned up today. How do you beat that? See how nice of an arc you can cut on that bandsaw?
What if you did something like this here?
Let the exhaust come right down out of there.
Yeah, that would be different, wouldn't it?
All right, go take your ideas somewhere else.
Yeah, I know. Don't think for 1 second that I ever had even the slightest thought that you would use one of my ideas, even if it was good.
What do you think, Vance?
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's hot looking.
That's the coolest exhaust.
And you know what, man? You got plenty of length for that back exhaust. It should run great. I mean, it should sound good.
Oh, it's gonna fire out of there. It's gonna make a tornado in the back.
Yeah. We're doing like a pistol grip looking suicide shift, but real alien looking. I basically gave Jason, the guy who's doing our graphic design stuff, an idea dimensionally and what I wanted it to look like. And then he just took the creative and went from there. We wanted it to have the same arcs and lines as the rest of the bike, but still feel good sitting in your hand. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it incorporates into the rest of the design. Oh yeah, man, that's pretty good right there.
Pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm a little worried about it hitting the motor though. I guess I could bring it out about an inch. See, this actually kind of works good for spacing. Hold this here. Hold on, let me see something. Is this gonna work in here without messing up your leg? Let me see something. Is that in your way right there?
No, it's not hitting my leg.
No?
You just gotta remember that when you shift, when you upshift, it's gonna go like
Well,
this.
you're not really gonna use this thing too much.
Still, even when you shift though, it's gonna...
You know what? I'll just bend the thing out a little so it doesn't hit the motor, but it still clears your leg.
You know, if you didn't around so much and got this bike done, we could have took a day off and just gone fishing.
Really? Maybe if you would have helped out a little bit instead of bitching the whole time.
I did help out.
Yeah, you helped out.
I did help out. I'm an inspiration.
I think it's more like an instigation.
A huge inspiration.
More like an instigation. You know, my father just doesn't seem to get it. We're staying on schedule to finish fabrication today, and we'll get the bike out to paint and chrome tomorrow. That's fabrication done in 5 days flat. And you know, maybe if he just stayed out of our way, we could have had it done in 4. That'll be cool. I think it'll look good when it's chrome. I mean, it's 3 o'clock. You think we could finish this bike completely in 2 hours?
It's gotta be stripped down yet and flipped over too to weld that oil tank.
I guess in spite of all the arguing and carrying on, we got the bike done actually a day early. Designing a bike that was inspired by a movie was a huge new challenge. But I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. I feel like it's starting to come together.
You know, the exhaust frustrated the hell out of me, and I didn't think it was ever going to get done. But luckily, we're back on schedule, which is a good thing because we have to unveil this bike at the iRobot premiere, which is less than 2 weeks. Is it okay with you?
Looks good, fellas. Let's go.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. We're planning to cover this thing in chrome, and I'm thinking Will Smith's going to be totally blown away.